Jim's.
George.
Yeah.
My name is Dan McDonald. I'm the Life Regenerator. How you doing, brother?
Hey, man. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing really good. I wanted to let you know, George, that I would like to make a video with you if that's possible.
Okay. How do we do that?
Well, we just do it right now over the phone. All you got to do is ask me. I see your little message here. I think this is something that needs to be addressed. A lot of people will probably benefit from the information that we could share on this video.
Okay, very good.
Okay, so I've already got you on speakerphone, and I see that you're dealing with some stuff here. How long have you been watching the videos, George?
Well, probably for about the last 6 months, because once I had the stroke and finally got home from the rehab hospital, I basically, my day is just on the internet, and I probably have watched almost all 500 videos. Dan, can you understand me okay?
Yes, I can. I can understand you very well.
Okay, because the stroke messed up my speech a little bit, but I try to talk slow and clearly.
Oh, you sound really good. I wanted to know if you have started the transition into eating more fresh foods.
Okay, we've got, what was your question? I couldn't hear you too good.
I wanted to know if you have began the transition into eating more fresh, raw, living food.
No, I'll be honest with you, my wife and I are planning to go out this weekend, get us a juicer, and go to the Whole Foods store and load up with raw vegetables.
Okay, the raw vegetables. Okay, yeah. I want to talk about the difference between the fruits and the vegetables.
Okay.
I think the vegetables are wonderful, particularly when you juice them, because of the antioxidant properties and the alkalizing properties in fresh leafy greens. That'll be a good thing. But one thing I really love, and especially in your case, dealing with nerve regeneration, which is what it's about, right?
Yes, exactly.
Guess what regenerates the nerves?
What?
Fresh, organic, in-season fruits.
Oh, are you serious? Fruits?
Yes, fruits have the highest electrical energy. And the nervous system is an electrical system built up by the strength of the adrenals and sleep, as well as the removal of the obstructions in the body. And like you said, you didn't have the best habits for your 60-odd years.
Right, exactly.
And it's never too late to turn that around and to begin the process of energizing the cells in your body and healing your body.
Thank you. That's what I believe in all my heart, and after looking at your videos, I feel like I can be regenerated, as you might say, and I'm anxious to do it. I'm going to clean out the cupboards and everything this weekend, and we're going to get started.
Get rid of the dead stuff. Get rid of the sauces. Get rid of all the condiments, which are cellular irritants as well, and begin the process. It may not be easy. In fact, I wanted to mention to all my viewers here, I know how hard this is to change your life in this way and to eat these foods and to begin the path of regeneration. I've been doing it for 12 years, and every day is a challenge, but every day is also another stepping stone and a recommitment to getting super, super healthy and regenerating myself. And I think one of the keys here, especially for you, George, is to learn how to get into deep states of relaxation.
Okay.
Do you have that opportunity?
Yes, what method do you use? Because I'm at home basically by myself most of the day. So there's no one here to get in my way or interrupt me.
Unless you have some kind of religious objection to the process of meditation, meditation is a fancy way of saying relaxing your mind. Have you ever tried the meditation?
No, but I've sure tried prayer a lot, especially in the last 3 years.
Well, I'll tell you, George, prayer to me is talking to God, and meditation is listening. So when I say listening, what I believe that you do during the path of meditation is several-fold, and is that you listen to the deepest part of yourself, which will guide you in your choices as far as being able to regenerate your nervous system so that you can get back mobility. Can you explain to me and the viewers a little bit? Well, let me finish up on the meditation. Learning to sit and relax. Learning to sit and relax helps to balance the left and the right hemispheres of the brain. And when the left and the right hemispheres of the brain are balanced, we get into states of mind which are alpha, beta, theta, and delta states. The theta and the delta states are healing, particularly for the nervous system. So you want to learn how to basically, if you don't like the word meditation, then we need to learn how to just relax at depth and let go of all of our problems and all of our worries and all of our stresses. And then when we get into those more relaxed states, that's when the body can heal itself. Coupled with the raw foods, there really is no limitation to regeneration that we know of other than the habits of humans. So I want to talk just a little bit about, and so that everyone understands, you've just got a little bit of issues with mobility on one side of your body.
Yes, my left hand arm still have paralysis, and this September it'll be 3 years since my stroke. And the neurologist and the rehab center have pretty much given up on me, said I've plateaued, and so they cut off all the insurance and everything else, since that was their recommendation.
Oh, good. So and all that led you to finding me.
Right.
So it's a blessing.
The more, oh yes, because I really feel like with your videos, you know, it's such an encouragement. You know, the doctors may say, well, this is it, but no. You know, after listening to your video, I believe that this is just the beginning now. If I start, you know, with raw foods.
You got it. You have just hit the nail on the head. If the world caught on to this, it'd be a completely different world, because the energization of cells does not come from dead foods. And regenerating the nervous system is food, it's emotions, and it's mind. And so with the food, it's such a no-brainer, raw food, but yet, you know, the world is, because of the emotional and the social aspects of it, and basically all the cooked food is addicting, and people are strung out on spicy, salty, saucy, goopy, sloppy, cooked food. And so I understand that, but it doesn't. Go ahead, George.
You read what I had said about the doctor said being a diabetic, what it does to your blood.
That's right, acid blood.
Yeah.
And so what
makes it acidic.
So you know, right, sticky, acidic, coagulated blood. So what do? We come in with the alkalinity. That's why I say fresh fruits. I had 10 papayas for breakfast today, and that's it. And I feel great. Yeah, 10 big papayas like that, Hawaiian papayas. That's all I need. I feel great. And so the fruits are awesome for energy. And I like the green juices for balance, but the blood is going to be sticky and coagulated from what? Meat, bread, cheese, high-heated oils. Those are all very thick, hard to process, hard to digest, high metabolic acid waste foods. The blood gets coagulated and thick. Oxygen isn't delivered to the cells. The cells begin to starve for oxygen, and they begin to degenerate. So if we want to regenerate cells, we've got to get sugar, water, and oxygen into the cell, and the metabolic waste out. And when we have cells that are in a solution that is coagulated or anionic, we need to disperse that solution, which is the blood and the lymph, so that those cells can begin to, like I said, get sugar, oxygen, nutrients into the cell to create ATP, and then you need to have that solution alkalized so that metabolic wastes can get out and be removed. So I would suggest for you doing the very best you can, George, by eating probably a diet that would consist of, at first, because I don't know the nature of your digestive system and stuff, but I would suggest a diet that is predominantly half fruits and half green vegetable juices. Like one meal of fruit, 1 to 3 different types of the best, tastiest in-season fruit you can get. So 1 to 3 types of fruit. One great meal for you would be watermelon and lemon. That's a great meal for anybody trying to lose weight, heal, or regenerate. And if they're in season.
I love watermelon.
Watermelons with lemon. Awesome. Any other melons, also very alkalizing. That's going to create a blood that's thin and very alkaline and very dispersing, so that you can begin to detoxify the heavier, denser coagulated parts in the body. And then you can start to energize the cells. But it's really the electricity from the sugars and the enzymes in fruit that allow the nervous system to regenerate. It's going to be adding energy to the system. And then the green vegetable juices, again, is alkalizing and mineralizing, and has a lot of antioxidants as well. And those are going to be your 2 main foods and arsenals in healing. And then you use smoothies and salads to supplement and to stay balanced. And if you're freaking out and you're about to go get a cheeseburger, that's when you have... what'd you say, George?
No, I said, yeah.
Oh, that might happen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it happens to everybody. It happens to everybody. Everybody freaks out because we are so strung out from the very beginning on all these sensations, emotional attachments, the dance of the neurons, I call it. And after a few days on fruit or a few weeks on just vegetable juices, you're like starting to look at all kinds of weird, tasty stuff. And so this is a long-term disciplinary path of healing. It's almost the path of enlightenment, basically, which is just releasing all your attachments and all of your addictions, basically. And this is not easy. But George, if you go with the fruits and the green juice path, you're going to see regeneration of your nervous system, and you're going to see your mobility return.
Amen, brother. Amen. Okay. Hey, let me ask you, I didn't put this in the email I sent to you. I don't know if this is a change or suggestion of how I should start off. But about 3.5 weeks ago, I had a severe kidney stone attack. And I've been having them about once every 5 years. It's not like an irregular thing. I had to go to the emergency room, and they had to do emergency surgery on me. So I just want you to be aware of that I have had recently kidney stone attacks.
And what melts away kidney stones and keeps them from coming back? That's right, raw foods. Raw foods will safely and gently melt kidney stones like nothing else. The kidney stone is from excess meat products and excess high-processed grains, leaving behind a lot of residues in the kidneys. And what happens is those acids form big crystallized balls. And then when you got to pass a kidney stone, it ain't fun. It's like peeing needles. So
it'll put you on your knees and make you cry like a baby.
That's exactly what it'll do. So what you want to do with the kidney stones is melt it away with the solvents in fruit. Fruits contain like solvents for acidic crystals in the body. And so the fruit and then the green juices to alkalize and soften, and then the release of all those foods that cause the kidney stones in the first place, you'll be better off. Raw foods for every human living organism. I mean, I'll just say it probably 10 billion more times before I leave this planet, because it's the only food that goes through, electrifies and energizes, and leaves behind the least amount of metabolic waste, and passes through the GI tract easily and safely. Every time that I eat, I go to the bathroom. Every time that I eat a meal, I go to the bathroom. My bowels are like clockwork. I poop either 2 to 3 times a day, and it's awesome. And I'm clean and healthy and fresh, and I only eat fruits and vegetables. And I feel really good. And I'm working on the other levels myself of healing, which is letting go of the mind, worries, fears, which keep the nervous system tight and doesn't allow the body to heal. So we've got to not only do raw foods, but we've got to master the art of relaxation, and we need to become energy management specialists. We need to Get rid of crap that wastes our energy, like people and jobs and things that just do not serve us. And we need to add in more naps, more resting, more sleep, more enjoyable activity, more laughter, good movies, spiritual books, classical music. We need to go on the side of power and not on the side of weakness. Okay?
Exactly. Okay, man.
So you're going to do well, George, I can tell. Just do your very best. Never give up. This is not easy for anybody to be on the raw foods. But as you go down this road and you recommit and you keep going down this road, you're going to add 20, 30, 40 good years to your life as a raw food person. And you're going to get your health back and your mobility. And you're going to get your speech and your hand and your leg. And you're going to be able to walk or run again and do all the things you used to do. But you have to regenerate the nerves with raw living foods. And you also may want to go over to Nature's Botanical Pharmacy if you've got a few dollars to spend, and you may want to get a brain and nerve formula.
Okay, a brain and nerve formula?
Yes, that's at naturesbotanicalpharmacy.com. I'm going to put this video up so you can reference it. You can go to naturesbotanicalpharmacy.com and you can get a brain and nerve formula. I would recommend also an adrenal formula.
Okay.
I like my favorite formula is the endocrine formula as well, which will strengthen. So if you've got affordability, the first two I would do is the brain and nerve and the adrenal formula, and then after that the endocrine formula would be good. Stomach and bowels number 2 would be very good, just to start helping you to clean out your bowels a little bit. You may, George, you may want to get a couple of colonics.
Okay.
You may want to get in the habit of a weekly or bi-monthly massage.
Okay.
Have you had a massage?
No, I haven't.
Whoa! And you have neurological problems and you haven't had a massage. Oh, you got to get a massage. You got to get the brain and nerve formula. Eat raw foods. See, it's all so easy, kind of, if you know what's going on. But the massage is going to help you a lot.
Okay.
For sure.
My wife, now, she loves it.
Well, yeah, and so you'll be able to increase blood flow to those areas that have been, that are probably have some damaged tissue where the blood flow is not getting to those cells in your hand, and your leg, and your face.
Right.
So that's going to be very helpful. Massage therapy. Relaxation.
I'll give it a try, man.
What's that?
I said I'll give it a try.
Okay, and also some good classical music is also going to help to regenerate the brain.
Okay.
All these things, there's so many more. Color therapy, there's aromatherapy that can be used, but right now the main thing is getting on the raw foods. And that's the biggest thing for most people, and then sticking to it on a program that actually is regenerative, because sometimes people go on the raw foods and they just eat like cashew sauce and almond burgers, and they never get to the fruits and the greens that are actually more of the high energy healing foods. That's why I always recommend fruits and green juices. I'm not saying that's the only thing you should eat, but I have to say that over and over and over again so people just eat more of that stuff. And then you can color in your diet with whatever little superfoods you want, or some soaked nuts and seeds here and there. But my favorite foods for the phase that I'm in, which is very spiritual, is about 75% fruit and about 25% leafy green herbs to stay balanced and mineralized. And I just leave everything else alone pretty much.
Okay.
So George, what else do you got questions about?
Well, I'm sorry, that's the dog going to the door. That's really about it. Is that if I can just get my hand going back, functioning. Right now I can pick up a piece of paper.
Okay, and so there's a couple other little things. Sunlight on as much of your body as possible, 20 to 30 minutes a day, is going to be extremely beneficial for neurological regeneration. In fact, the early morning sun directly into the eyeballs, between 6 and 8 p.m., the early morning sun I don't know if you've ever heard of sun gazing, but if you look at the sun for about starting about 10 to 20 seconds at first, working your way up to about a minute.
Okay.
So staring at the sun for about, start off slow and go for about 20 or 30 seconds. Only in the early morning hours and the late evening hours towards sunset.
Okay.
And the sun, getting the sun into your eyes will also help to calibrate your endocrine glands and help you sleep better at night, and will also help to produce hormones that will give you a lot of strength and energy to rebuild and regenerate the body and the nervous system.
Okay.
And oxygen, last but not least, just as much mobility as you can get. I don't know if you can even walk much, but
I can get out, but I have to use a cane if I try, to go any distance.
Okay, well, just bring your cane and just keep on going as far as you can and trying to get as much fitness as you can, moving around and getting oxygen and movement, and really finding a time to just enjoy what you do have,
Right.
And that will help to create momentum.
Sounds good to me, brother.
Hey, man, you sound good to me, George. Like a great person. I love this message. I knew I had to call you. It's my honor and it's my privilege to help you. I really hope that I hear from you in a few months about how well you're doing.
I'm going to keep you up with my progress.
I would really appreciate that a lot.
Okay. I'll be glad to, man.
Okay, George, will you enjoy life? It is precious, is it not?
I agree completely. Dan, brother, you have me pumped up. I can't wait to get my juice and my raw food and go to it.
Okay, well, George, get pumped up, but when the going gets rough, recommit. Come and watch this video again. You have to recommit and recommit and recommit, and when it gets hard and you get depressed and you're not seeing results or you hit a plateau, you've got to keep the faith and you've got to keep going. This is a never-ending path of total potential.
Right.
So never give up.
Well, I promise you, I'm going to stick to it because I got some grandchildren I want to play with.
Right on. And in my opinion, you're still very young, my friend.
Well, thank you. I feel like I am too.
And
I feel young. I might be over 60, but I feel young.
Well, you got a great spirit, my friend, and that will serve you well. Thank you so much for your time, George. We all appreciate it.
Dan, I thank you. You just don't know, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for giving me a call and encouraging me.
It really is my pleasure. George, God bless you and your family. Thank you.
Same to you, brother. You take care.
Peace.
Bye-bye.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. It's definitely people like George here that make it worth my time and energy. And I want to thank you for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed, then I would appreciate it if you would do that. And also sign up for the Insiders Club, because I'm going to have some question and answer videos for the Insiders Club. Sophia's going to help me with that. Also, please give this video a thumbs up, because I love that and it definitely encouraged me to keep going. And if you are inclined, you can put this video up on Facebook as well, because I want to start getting this message out there. It's a real good message. It's real simple. And in my opinion and experience, I've seen a lot of people benefit. Now, I don't have all the answers, and I'm not the smartest guy in the world. But, I'm told every day, Dan, just tell them to eat their fruits and vegetables. And that's my little thing. And those are the foods that are going to... Basically, I'm trying to help people to quit killing themselves with a lot of dead stuff. And fruits and vegetables are really awesome, and it's simple. And I'm a very humble person. I know that it's not the answer to all your problems, but there's a lot. It's a real foundation to get started. And then you work on the relaxation. Then you work on the releasing the fear. And then you grow and grow and grow in your spiritual flow. And as you get closer and closer to the center point, these things just dissolve naturally. and that flow comes back into you, and all of your cells and tissues and organs function better because of the nature of the underlying energy flow of the divine presence of your own inner self. Okay, so I'm going to continue to help as many people as I can. There's so many questions. I feel so bad that I'm not able to get back to very many of you. But I'm going to try some question and answer stuff, and I'm trying to also heal myself too, so I got to take a lot of time to rest up and heal and relax myself because I don't want to overwork. So thank you so much. I'm trying to stay balanced, and I appreciate you very much. There's one last thing I need to share. I'm going to make a video about this soon, and that is that I am going to be having a live chat on July 2nd. And so if you're a part of the Insiders Club and you're on the email list, you'll get an email telling you where to go and what. It's July 2nd at 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'll send out an email about that, and then everyone can come and get on the live chat. We'll just hang out for like an hour. It'll be just really laid back, chill time together where I'll just kind of catch up. I'll let you know everything that's going on, and we'll talk as much as we can about health. So thank you, and everyone pray for George. He's a great guy, going through some stuff after a stroke. So thank you so much. Peace be with you. Take care now.